Hello everybody, welcome to American Truck Simulator. Yes, that's right, American Truck Simulator. Something a little bit different. In fact, as you'll note to the right of the truck here, there is a Carlisle truck. That is because we are in, ice road trucker territory, really. Okay, slightly non-legit truck that I've chosen here. This is a Peterbilt 351. I've always liked the 351. Anyway, like I say, we're in the ice road truckers territory. Let's have a look at the map. Okay, so we are in Fairbanks at the moment, right at the bottom, south end. And as you can see, there's quite a lot. Now, it kind of doesn't look like a lot, but trust me, it's a lot. This map is very, very interesting indeed. Anyway, I shall explain that shortly. Freight market, let's have a look. What I've my chosen job. Apparently 1 hour and 25 minutes, 54 miles. Largely disregard the prices because I've got a little bit of an economy mod. We'll use the word mod, it's not cheap, mod. Just to help level me up a little bit faster than usual. And I've got one driver and I've slept twice and he's already pulled in about 400 grand. So I think I might give that driver a decent Christmas bonus. I've driven this round the corner a few times to make sure everything works. This is a 550 brake Caterpillar engine in here. It's a daft place for me to install the sat-nav. Thought it'd be something a little bit different. Unfortunately, the gear stick gets in the way. This gearbox is a nice heavy haul gearbox. I think it's a 22 speed. Okay, so when I say this map is interesting, it's interesting for a number of reasons. One of which it's 1-to-1 scale. Isn't that yard there? Which means it is basically real time. So 50 miles at 50 miles an hour average speed takes you an hour. So not particularly long load this, not particularly heavy. It's longer by the made longer by the fact that my chassis is so ridiculously long. Oh no. Wow, that is low. I wasn't expecting that to be quite so low, to be fair. Take a bit of getting used to. Excellent. That is a terrible place for a sat-nav. Why that's even a thing down there, I don't know. I figured I wouldn't need the sat-nav a great deal. Whoa! Scared the life out of me. I wouldn't need the sat-nav a great deal, and I'm finally on the highway. Just keep in mind that one, and that one, maybe. Yeah, I'll do it. So, like I say, real time. Now, all I've done, I've cheated a bit and used the old go-to command in the console just to get some quote miles under the belt. That's green, and I'm to your right. Just so I can buy a couple of my own trucks, get established. The reason I've had to do that, of course, is this map requires a completely fresh new profile. Green, and possibly left. Yes, I think so. Oh, only just green. I think that changed as I was going through. So yeah, I've had to start completely from scratch, which isn't too bad. I've not been in American Truck Simulator for quite some time. Outside of this map, in normal American Truck Simulator, there's been a rescale of the main map as well. I don't know any actual figures on that, but apparently it's more realistic in terms of American geography and stuff's further away. Not further away, but it takes longer to get there and all that sort of stuff. I've not actually had a chance to try it yet, because when I saw this map, I was quite keen to try it. But anyway, the one-to-one real-time scale of this map isn't the only interesting thing. The map, incidentally, is by Hawk BS, and hopefully I'll have provided a link in the description below over to the download in the SCS forums. But the other interesting thing that he's done, we'll wobble there, is he or she or they, either way, all three of them have gone to Google Maps and picked off the actual elevation data for the road and tried to model the map as best as they can and as accurately as they can. Oh, wow, I did not think I was going to stop. I shouldn't have gone into neutral then, that was bad driving. But wow, I did not think I was going to stop. I need to adjust to that. Can we pull off in this gear? Not the best choice in the world, but it worked. So, as some of you may know, those who watch the Ice Road Truckers series, there are some interesting hills and dips and stuff and things like that along this particular road. And they are apparently accurately modelled as best as you can in the realms of American Truck Simulator. So I'm extremely keen to see what that brings to the game, because of course American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator I think are fairly sort of, and I mean this in the nicest possible way, dumbed down, so that it's something that is still challenging to drive for somebody of a let's call it a low skill base, such as myself to a degree, but also, you know, accessible for those who just want to jump in and drive a truck, that sort of thing. So this is quite challenging from that perspective, or should be, hopefully. Certainly reading some of the things on the forum indicates it can be quite challenging. And another reason it's quite challenging is because, as you can see, it's white out, of course, because it is snowy. I need to look at the sat-nav and also be in that lane. Is there anybody there? No. Keep moving. Perfect. So, and that's not just visual, because I do believe the physics on this map are have been tinkered with to provide that sort of icy, slippy sort of feel. I've certainly nearly jackknifed a few times, and as you saw earlier, braking distances are significantly reduced. I've got snow chains on the back of the truck, as you possibly saw earlier. But they are cosmetic. Snow chains on tyres in this game, unfortunately, don't, as far as I'm aware, don't actually have any real-world benefits. Well, they do have real-life benefits, but not in-game benefits. You know what I mean? I believe. I don't know. I'd have thought it would be possible to make snow chains beneficial in the game, especially if things like... oh, I totally screwed this up because I'm talking. Grip and stuff like that, and fuel economy and all these things are modelled now in the game. Then you'd have thought with a bit of jiggery-pokery you could actually increase traction with snow chains. and I suppose until you split this one, until you get to a situation where, now this would be quite good, where you could change tyres on the fly. I mean, you wouldn't necessarily do that regularly in real life. But in terms of snow chains, for example, you could apply snow chains on the fly. That would be pretty cool, because it would be another thing to manage. This is our first hill. I might have to overtake this dude here. I don't think there's any... He's coming at speed, but there's a bit a miss of me pulling out them, but I don't want to change gear because we're pretty much in a good place in terms of the torque band. I think we should be clear of that. Managed that well. I can't see that lasting. Can you? Oh, it does look lovely, this map. So the things I've got installed on this profile, not many things, possibly 10 things. Obviously the map itself, there's the Peterbilt 351, the Peterbilt 389, there's like a chassis mod, an extra long chassis mod, which covers a couple of the trucks. Could do the gear change now. There we go. I've got my physics mod installed, and that's also going to sort of improve the experience I have in terms of traction and stuff. Possibly, I don't know. I think it'll make it worse anyway. Not yet being caught speeding in this map, so I don't know whether that's a thing. I imagine we'll possibly find out. I'm doing the speed limit now. Do have some sort of highway patrol in front. I'm not turning off, I'm at no good. Straight on. So this is possibly going to be sort of a bit like this for quite a long way. There. Come on then. Flip it down a couple of gears. Got to move downhill stretch, although I'm spying an uphill stretch up there. If I can get up a bit of speed here. Hear that rumble from the snowy surface, which is quite good. I didn't really want to go with this engine. It wasn't my first choice, but as I said earlier, it was the only one with any sort of serviceable sound. Let me get this right here. The Detroit diesel, the sound for that was, oh dear, here we go, folks. Down a couple of gears. Gonna have to go down another ratio. Possibly, yep. Should be that button, possibly. I don't think it is. Press it again. That one. Oh no. Oh, that was more by luck than judgment, being in almost the right gear. I'm impressed with myself. I would be quite impressed with myself if I didn't know that it was absolutely more by luck than judgment. I'm going to have to practice the whole clutch floating thing, I think, especially when there's a lot of gear changes involved. It's not so bad with so little weight on, it doesn't stop you dead as quickly. Good time to actually practice it, to be fair. this is just a taster. I'm jolly excited. Possibly not as fun to watch, I don't know. There's certainly more than ample opportunity for utter failure. I can fail at the easiest of roads. Excuse me. So this is going to require quite possibly a whole new level of skill. I'm probably over egging the pudding on this one, actually. It's probably just like super easy. I just thought it was something different. Certainly different from Euro Truck Simulator, because there's nothing. I haven't really got. So just making sure I'm going the right way. Oh, bit of a texture, minor texture issue there. This is version 1.2 of the map, so it's still sort of quite early doors. In terms of this map, and it's not to be confused with the. How fast am I going? 72 miles an hour. Wow. Bit of foot brake as well as engine brake, I think. Not to be confused with the USA off-road map. Is it Alaskan off-road map? That's a completely separate entity. And in fact, the off-road map does work with the normal maps. I don't think you need a new profile for that. But I quite like this being separate. This is sort of the American version of Hungary maps for me, to a certain degree. Well, that rhymes. Because in Hungary maps, it was quite difficult because I don't think it was real time. But it was sort of ballpark area, because it was really difficult to get going with that. You actually had to, certainly felt like you had to work for a living. Stuff wasn't given to you on a plate. It's fairly easy to achieve getting your own truck and a couple of garages and things in the likes of Euro Truck and American Truck. Stock games, but in Hungary maps it really was quite challenging. So much so it warranted its own series, which it worked quite well, I thought. Unfortunately, I let that one slip, I think, probably when GTA came along, which is a shame, especially since the map is so awesome by Frank 007. It's just very good. I'd love to be able to create something like that, or this map, in fact. I keep getting little frame glitches. Please turn it off, thank you. Oh no, it's far too low a gear there. Get little frame glitches. I don't know whether that's as the next bit's loading in or anything like that. Other than that, it's... Oh, there we go, there's one. Other than that, it's absolutely no problems at all. Which is nice. Admittedly, I was going to say there's not much going on, but there's actually there's quite an impressive draw distance. That's not too shoddy at all. But I suppose there is quite a lot going on with all these trees. It's just a crossroads. No. Not according to that bus. No, it is. He should have given way to me. And he literally just flew through there. Well, that makes life more interesting than it possibly should be. That's terrible choice of gear. I mean, this gear isn't much better, but hey-ho. It's working. So the sound... I do have a sound mod installed, actually. So that could be the reason for that, because I've not updated it really. I'm going to hit that crash barrier onto the gate. Wow. I'm going to just assume that gate didn't have a model, because there's no way on earth my driver's that pro. A crash model. Stop at the truck scale ahead and activate the icon to submit it for inspection. Okay. Do that. Anything to get rid of this ridiculous sign in my face. Ooh, stop. There we go. Parking brake. For inspection. 28 tons. Okay. Thank you very much, invisible people. Brake off. Drop down the ratio to 1 high. Oh, that is quite difficult to manage that whole camera-y thing. I can't see anybody coming that way. Can't see anybody coming that way, to be fair. Oh, no, wrong gear. There we go. Am I going the right way? Yes. Jolly good stuff. That was quite straightforward. Really? Jolly good stuff. Something I'm going to have to keep an eye on is fuel, you know. I don't think you could do this in a day truck. I could be wrong. I suppose fuel consumption's not turned down, but in terms of fuel used per hour of driving, I imagine it will be less in this map than it will be in, say, standard Euro truck or American truck. Because the fuel used is going to be relative to the distance travelled and obviously the truck driving style and stuff like this. So I shouldn't actually need more fuel. I mean, I will need more fuel possibly because excuse me, the rolling resistance is possibly changed, things like that. So the miles per gallon will probably increase as a consequence of that, and of course all the hills and things like that. But it should still be within the sort of range of a standard-ish tank. Soon find out. It could look pretty cool on the snow. I'm not going to change gear here. Well, I'm going to have to change gear. I'm going to have to change down. A lot. Possibly. Yes. Might hold it at that, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Too badly. Going ridiculously slow for 9 tons though. But I've still got a lot more gears. I think on that split. Yeah. Oh, terrible gear change. So this is a pretty good gearbox. Distracting billboard that was. Anyway, I've no idea how I'm going to edit this at all. I've said a lot in this particular recording so far. I could possibly say more. Probably fast asleep by now. So this might be the end of the episode or somewhere around here. We'll just try and keep pushing north. Gonna have to drop down. I'm gonna hold I'll just keep pushing north. So, possibly another episode. I think this is definitely an awesome map for live streaming, because there's quite, I suppose you have to, it's very involved. So even though it takes longer, it's very involved. You have to plan ahead a bit more than usual, because the normal maps and stuff are quite forgiving, to be fair. You can certainly chuck a 50-ton load at it ish with a powerful truck, and it'll be fairly easy. Apart from, you know, if it was a tiny load but 50 tons, it would be quite easy, to be fair. And Euro truck, an American truck, like I say, with a fairly juicy engine, 600 brake horsepower and a reasonable gearbox, it's not going to be that challenging. But as you can see, just with 9 tons behind, with a good gearbox with good range in it, and a reasonably handy engine, you're dropping down to 40 miles an hour. You know, it's so it's possibly not for the faint-hearted. Possibly. Anyway, I've kind of reviewed this even before I've driven it. It's sort of a review. I'm not changing gear, but we're not dropping much below 1,000. So we'll be good at that. So yeah, I've kind of reviewed it before I've even really got into the nitty-gritty of it at the north end. Very interesting. Whether I'll do it all in this truck, I don't know. Possibly not. Oh wow, okay, so I've probably been driving for just short of 10 minutes now. Done quite a few miles. I must admit, some of the miles were slightly faster than the speed limit, so I managed to bring down that ETA quite rapidly. I'm going for the overtake here. Oh wow, so is he. Oh wow. Wow, that was bad timing. Really, 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 that's bad. Oh. Just the hazards off. Okay, so, well, he's blocking the lane, I might as well. Oh, wow. Okay, to be fair, I didn't indicate, but he wasn't indicating either. Now he can't get back in. But I'm going to use... Oh wow, he's struggling. Go on, you've been let out, pal. Move. Must indicate. I don't know whether anyone's going to let me out. Super lucky nobody's coming the other way. Oh, he's braking for some reason. So we'll take advantage of that. Not to shout idiot at him. Really his fault. It was just both as daft as each other. It's still quite a steep uphill. Need an inclinometer on the dash, really. Tell by the trees it is uphill. Oh wow! 2 police cars in one. Wow. To be fair, he's got quite a heavy load there. I think we're going to be good at this gear. To be fair, it's a little bit lower. Too low even. A little bit lower than I'd like it. I'll change now. Drop down 2 gears. Well, that didn't do too bad, I suppose. Got the old adrenaline pumping a little bit there. Especially compared to the 10 minutes of driving in, not a straight line, but, you know, pretty much just foot to the floor stuff at speed. And I must admit, I was starting to sort of glaze over a little bit because I'm quite tired. A bit nod off, but wasn't that far off nodding off, if that makes sense. Oh. Okay, so that's the problem, isn't it? That's what happens when you come around a little bit too fast. Oh, wow. Look. Oh, the truck's really damaged as well. Which is not unsurprising. The question is, can I get out of this? Am I going to have to recover? That is gutting. I'm going to have to recover on the first journey. Because there's no way. Unless I can reverse out. But I don't think that's... doesn't work earlier. The geography's not really changed a deal. It's a real shame you can't recover yourself to the same spot. What assistance can take you and your truck to Peterbilt? It will take 20... Wow! It will take 21 hours and 40 minutes. I've got to agree. It's not got a chance. Where on earth have we gone to? Well, that's gone exceptionally well, hasn't it? I don't even want... Look at the first delivery's gone... Oh, wow, it has, hasn't it? Oh, wow. Now, there you go. Now, if that doesn't incentivize you for to not crash, then nothing will. It's recovered me all the way back to Fairbanks. Well, that's probably going to go all into one episode, actually. And what I'll do is I'll drive back to where I was. he says optimistically, and hopefully I'll be better at driving by the time I get back to where I was. And the next episode will be from there. So if this wasn't exciting enough, then the next episode should be more interesting because it's windier and possibly hillier. I don't know. It's going to take some considerable time to get to the other end, but I'm going to do it. I'm not going to chicken out. I'm going to do it. Anyway, look after yourselves. Stay tuned for the next episode of American Truck Simulator. And of course, Euro Truck Simulator. That's still a thing. Very much so. And above all, drive safe.